Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Elfie and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about plants, plant propagation, semi-hydroponics, and show you the collection that I have, where I got it from. So today we have the part 3 episode of converting my Begonia into semi-hydroponics. So let's get started. So this is the third week for my Begonia into a semi-hydroponics, and if you haven't seen the part 1 and part 2, I'll link the video up above. You can just click it on. So today I'm going to just checking out the root. I want to check out the root every week, change the water every week. So I have it in the orchid pots. They have a lot of holes so the water, the air can come in. It have a string that's put the water up. The Leca is actually really dry. So I think my plant is a little bit too dry. You can see the tips of it is start to brown. One thing I want to do to improve the moisture is I want to add the moss on the top. So it's really depend on your plants. Not all the plant need to have a moss. So if you notice that your plant is too dry, you can add the moss on the top to help keep the moisture. This is the water left. It still have a lot of it. So because the pot is not touching the water, we only rely on the string to soak up the water. That's why we have a lot more water left. If you don't use a string, it might have less, but it's really depend on the plant. I'm going to just check out the Leca and the roots to see what's happening. The plant itself, I think, is a little bit droppy, so I hope by adding more sphagnum moss on the top, it will help improve the humidity. And the other thing I want to improve is I might put it in my greenhouse, which has 90% of humidity environment. There is some of the Leca is wet. For the root wise, the root is still wet, and then there's a little bit of white root coming out already. So this is a good sign, it's a healthy sign. But I need more white root so that it will accept the water even better. For right now, I can see there's a lot of new growth happening. So this plant needs a lot of water to support the plants. The plant itself is also a little bit dry. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash the roots and then change the Leca. This Leca, I will boil it and then like get a fresh start and then put it back in the water. For right now, I think my concern about this Begonia is a little bit too dry. I think the pot have contribute with the dryness as well. So I want to try to keep the moisture up. Yeah, so I'm gonna wash it and then I will be back.
12 seconds later.
Alright guys, I'm back. So I already washed the roots and also dry it for 30 minutes. I'm also sprayed the super dry. So now the root is very wet and dry. It's better than before that I took it out. That's dry. This one is still moist. So I think the way that I put it before, it's too dry. So this time I'm gonna put it back and then add more water in my pot. So as usual, I'm going to fill up half of the pebble in the pot first. And also I have a support stick, so I'm going to do it together. Okay, so it's already been potted. This time I'm going to fill out the water, at least touching the pot. So I'm still going to use regular water since it doesn't have so much root that growing. So it's really depend on your plants again. If your plants doing better than mine, then you can start adding nutrition. But in my case, I still need more time to grow more root, and also it's winter time, so it's slower for the plants to grow more root. So I'm gonna just use a water, regular water. It's up here, just slightly touching the pot, instead of just relying on the loops, so it can soak up more water than before. And then since my plant is a little bit too dry than I want it to be, so hope this will be improved. And then this is the third update. So and the first time when you do semi-hydro, and the first months that you transition the plant to semi-hydro, You have to check more often, every once a week or 10 to 14 days. After that, you can check the root every 2 weeks. Don't check it too often because it will disrupt the root growth. Once you have better root system, you can stretch it out to every 2 weeks, and then even every month. So that's my tips on changing the pebble. If you like the video, remember to click like and subscribe, and hope I see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.